Welcome to a new episode of Coach's Corner, this time football edition. I'm Jake Lancer, joined with Coach Huerta here for HWTV, and today we're going to be talking about Wolverines football. Wolverines are coming off a 28-21 victory against South Torrance High and coming off of a bye week before a big game against Northview. Coach, thank you for taking the time. How did the bye week treat the team?
Good. I think we got a lot of rest. We got a lot of guys healthy. We got to implement a little bit more on offense, so we're excited for this week.
We saw Aiden have a really big game against South, specifically on the ground. How are you able to sort of change the offense all in just 1 week?
Just a lot of studying, a lot of getting on the field, practice time. He's done it before his freshman year, so we kind of went back to that stuff a little bit. And just trying to keep it simple so he can go out there and play football.
I noticed he had more rushing yards, 102, than passing yards, 96. Do you think that's sustainable against better defenses?
No, we got to even it out a little bit. We got to be able to be balanced, and we've worked on that. And bye week, that was kind of good. When you have a bye week, you don't get to be in pads. So we've worked on the small things to be able to throw the ball, find things that he can be successful to throw the ball so we can be more balanced.
You have a lot of really diverse and talented seniors on this team from all different positions. Can you just talk about some of the guys that have really stepped up as leaders this year?
Yeah, our captains are really big. Aiden, for one, has just been really good for us. He didn't have the beginning of the start of the years like he wanted, but he was like, I want a bigger piece to this, and taking over quarterbacks a lot. And he's done a really good job, and the guys have really gone around him. Michael Snyder, he's kind of our lineman leader, right? And he's kind of getting our guys in the right spots. We're starting 3 sophomore linemen, so that's kind of big, and he's taken that role really well. Bill's been our middle guy on defense, doing what he does, calling our defense, getting our guys lined up, getting our checks in. So he's done that, but then just a little bit of everybody. Boaz has done a really good job. He's got a bigger role. Samuel Christopher, carrying the ball for us has been big, but playing great defense. So everyone's really kind of stepped up.
You talk about Boaz. We've seen hints of him playing this tight end role, and it's worked out when we've seen it. Do you think that you guys are going to try and exploit it a little bit more against some better teams?
Yeah. So when you run the ball, you've got to kind of get a little bit diverse in how you show it. You can't just get in one formation and do what just keep doing things. So moving him around, right? He's a physical kid, so he likes to block. And that kind of hides him in the pass game. Kind of go from there, right? A little bit of play action, a little bit of boot game. So you're going to kind of see him move around a lot in the future. On
the defensive side of the ball, Aaron Milburn made an instant impact. He had 10 tackles in his first game back. How's his recovery process been going?
Good. That's a story for, that can go on for days. That kid worked his butt off every day, getting in there, he got stronger. He got his rehab back. He did everything he could, and it was so great to see him be successful in game 1.
We saw him only on the defense side of the ball against South. You had the bye week. You think he'll be ready to go on offense this week?
Yeah, we'll get a couple carries in there. We're still going to limit him a little bit. We don't want to put too much on him, but we are going to get him a little bit on offense, but he's going to focus on defense.
We saw a huge difference in the Burroughs game compared to South Torrance. Against Burroughs, it felt like a real defensive battle where towards the end of the game, it was about getting a lot of stops. And then against Torrance in the fourth, it almost felt like it turned into a bit of a shootout towards the end where we were sort of trading points back and forth. I guess what I'm trying to ask is, at this point in the season, what would you say this team's strong suit is?
That's a good question. I think we're still trying to figure that out. I think it's just, for us, it's playing together. When you go to the, kind of a running quarterback system, you need everybody, right? You can't just throw it to one guy or you need 10 guys blocking for him or the running back or, the short pass game, stuff like that. And then for our defense, it's the same thing, right? No, we're not going to have one guy make all our plays. It's going to be, us doing it as a team, 11 guys as a football, flying around, making turnovers, things like that. So yeah. I don't think we have a full strength. I think we're just going to play. If we play together, we're going to be good.
Talking about defense, is there any update on Andrew Suh's injury?
So he's going to be out for the year. He's going to have shoulder surgery. I think he actually has it today. So we're hoping for a good recovery. He's out for the year though. He's going to rehab, and we're going to get him back his junior year.
Yeah, I recall we did talk about Suh last episode. How about Derek Dye though?
So he's out still 1 more week.
Okay.
He's still rehabbing. It was a pretty bad ankle, a sprain. We hope to have him next week for league play.
Yeah. One interesting thing that we saw against South was Arion actually returning kicks. What went into that decision?
So it was late in the game, and I thought they were going to do an onside. So you want your kind of best 11 guys that handle the football on the field. And so we put our best probably catchers on that front 10. I thought they would onside at least once, but they didn't. And then his job back there is to catch it, get some yards, go down. Right at that point, you're not trying to score on the kickoff return. You're just trying to make sure you get the ball.
Yeah.
And so he's one of those guys that, being a quarterback, he always plays with the ball. He always has the ball in his hands. So we felt comfortable of him catching it, getting a couple yards, and getting down.
Everyone knows that he's a really athletic kid. We already saw you use Jim Coleman at receiver. So with Arion, you put him at kick return. Do you think we could see him play anywhere else this season?
No, we're probably going to, he needs to grow as a quarterback. That's
Okay.
where we're going to focus. He's going to play a little JV for us that we're really excited for him to kind of go play with his classmates, get a little more comfortable at that position. And then, hopefully we can kind of sprinkle him in on the varsity, get him some snaps here and there.
Want to shift the focus now to this week's game against a talented 4-1 Northview team. What's the game plan on the offensive side of the ball?
A little bit what we did against South, right? Get a lot of run reads, trying to not to block everybody, trying to see if they're overly aggressive in one place or another. But then add into our passing game, right? It's just not being one-dimensional, getting the ball to, Connor Bunnick, Boaz, Ben Simmons, those guys, and trying to see if we can exploit them in some certain situations. And then defensively, we just want to, play great defense, right? Team defense is what it's going to do. They got two really good running backs. They got a good receiver. So we match up well against them. I'm really excited for the game, so I think we'll do well.
Yeah, I want to sort of focus on the defensive side for a sec. They have the reigning Valley Vista League MVP and running back Angel Barraza. And, this season schools have tried to shut him down in different ways. It hasn't really worked so far. How do you scheme against a shifty guy like that?
You just gotta, the big thing is going back to it, doing it together, right? You can't stop a guy like that. Can we slow him down? We can't give up the big plays. If you watch in their games, he has one or two big plays.
Yeah.
If we can slow him down and give up a 5-yard gain rather than a 20-yard gain, I think we'll be okay. And it's just everyone doing their small part.
Yeah, the bye week fell at a really great time. Is definitely going to be one of the tougher games this season. How did you guys take advantage of that?
Yeah, just getting rest. I think that was a big thing for our guys to get away over the weekend, just kind of take some time with that. But then it gives us, as coaches, an extra time to look at some film, right? Usually on a regular week, you get done on Friday night, you start looking at film Saturday, you got to have it done by Sunday so the kids can see it by Monday.
Yeah.
We got that extra couple of days and took advantage of it. So we're prepared to come out and get a W.
We're knocking on the door of league play. We're really close. And obviously we've played some really cool schools. We've got to see a lot of new faces, but there's something different about seeing these guys every year. And especially for you guys on the field right there, just being familiar with these teams. What have you really been stressing in practice these past couple of weeks as we get closer and closer to league play?
Our big thing is being the smartest team on the field, right? Eliminate penalties, knowing our assignments, knowing our scouting reports, our installs, things like that. Like if we can be the smarter team, we're going to put ourselves in a huge advantage. And that's what we need to keep doing, is getting in our scouting report, doing those things to make sure we can be one up on a team, right? We're not the biggest team. We don't have the most numbers. So, we got to be smart with our guys, but our guys have got to be smart on the field as well.
Yeah. I want to finish by asking this. We're about halfway through the season here. I want to talk about the goals of the team. Obviously anyone can say we want to go undefeated, we want to win league, we want to do this, that. But, for you specifically, for the coaching staff and just the team as a whole, what are some of the other, I guess, less concrete goals that you're really trying to accomplish towards the end of the year?
For us, it's getting better every day. Like, are we getting better? That's the biggest thing because, winning league is important and we want to do that. But we want to play our best ball October 27th.
Yep.
And we want to give ourselves a chance that going into playoffs, if we play well and if we get better, we're going to win some football games. We might not win every game, but if we can win some football games, we're going to get in playoffs. And if we're playing our best football August 27th, we're a team that can make a run. And that's what I want to see us do. Just keep getting better. It might not roll our way every Friday night, but that's okay. Did we get better? And as long as we're making that progress, we can be successful come October.
Yeah. Well, Coach, I really want to thank you for taking the time. It's been great. You can catch the Wolverines on Friday on HWTV taking on Northview. For now, this has been another episode of Coach's Corner. Thank you.